too much.
Was machst du? Gepriesen, what do you...
Show me you.
Aye, maybe next time.
God bless.
Same to you. Good afternoon.
The humans won't be coming back here. Don't worry.
Good. Peace at last. Until you get into trouble again, that is.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Have you heard about the Divozhenka of Semaine?
Where did the Divozhenka live?
Between the rock tower and Lower Semaine ponds. It's said she's got a little shack in the rocks there. You shouldn't go there.
Why not?
The Semaine lot did that. They were worried she might put young Lord Semaine under a spell, especially now, because of the wedding. So they took care of her. And that's about it, I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Nothing much, fortunately. And I hope it stays that way.
Könnyű ezt mondani. Még egy közös, és nem bírom tovább.
Mondom. Úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosokra.
Csodálkozol rajta?
Együnk?
You silly doggy. You blackguard.
Hail Mary.
Not your day, eh? What did he do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
What if I freed you?
I'd scarp her, obviously.
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently, some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches. So you don't end up here too.
Not your day, eh?
So you don't end up here too.
Would you repair a few things for it? A word about the price.
All right.
Do you accept?
That's all. You'll convince me with that price. Great. Come back anytime, friend.
I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a few times, but I had to give it up. Troskovitz is on a hill, and there's not enough water for that. Why'd you ask?
I'd like to buy some pigment.
I see. Well, perhaps I could find some leftover black. If you have enough groschen, it's yours.
Ah, damn. That's more money than I thought. Look, I don't need much. Just a bit will do.
Is that so? What do you want it for, anyway?
I want to paint on Olbram of Zhelyov's bull. Just a little should be enough.
Someone from Tarkov put you up to this, am I right? You should have said that right away. I won't spoil your fun. You know what? If I scraped off some of that dry pigment from the edges of the bucket and mixed it with some lard, that could work. Those pigments are a magical thing, eh?
What do you mean?
For example, if you need blue, you can use blueberries or woad leaves. You put them in hot water with the fabric and it'll turn blue. Walnuts good too. With the husks of unripe walnuts, you can get a very nice light brown, sometimes even yellow. The best way to make red is from madder root. And when you add alum or beeswing to the water, the colour gets a beautifully rich shade. Or you could just use plain old black elder. The berries, of course, but they're more for lighter shades. Oh, and privet's not too bad either. If you use its bark and alum, you get yellow. You can even use the leaves. They make a nice green, but it takes forever. But you know what's my favourite way of making yellow? Using dyer's broom or weld. You take a few nice stems, some leaves, a bit of alum, and you get yellow, as bright as a chick's feathers. And for so much cheaper than using saffron or iris, that's the main thing. Buckthorn makes a nice green, maybe the best of all. You use its fruit. They say it can also heal, but I've never tried that. The most important part is the stain anyway. Like alum, for example. It can create all sorts of shades and give depth and richness to the colour. But even that won't help you if you don't know what to use for what colour. Sometimes you want the fruit, sometimes the bark, sometimes the root, or maybe the leaves. Too bad I don't dye fabric much anymore. But I see you're really into it. You know what? Take some of it for free.
My word. Thank you so much.
Oh, not worth mentioning. Just be careful not to stain yourself. Quality material like this doesn't wash off easily.
Good day.
This. I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Project said you might know something.
Did you get tired of blacksmithing and take up farming instead? I just happen to know of something. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you don't just give away. You're in the trade, so I can tell you. Listen up then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
Oh, damn. That's complicated. Could you just sell me some of the sleeping potion?
Are you yanking my pizzle? Offer someone a hand and they take the whole arm. What are you here for?
I'd like to learn...
What is this about?
That's a fine maypole.
You have a kind master, eh?
Quick! Go! Ka! Go! Quick!
last week. And the one before that.
It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter in a bad constellation. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill.
You've been hanging around with Miller Crazily, haven't you?
And what if I have? He may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other day he told me to give the cows dark ale to drink.
What? You didn't actually do it, did you?
Laugh all you like. But if I told you they gave 3 times as much milk afterwards, you still wouldn't be impressed, would you?
Wait, really?
Take my advice and go and pickle some cabbage for him.
Ne čavao. Ligo.
Gelobt sei Jesus.
Was möchtest du?
I apologize.
Guten Abend.
What do you...
Wie schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
Should I boil that poppy for a shorter time? I boiled that poppy for too long. Should I boil that poppy for a shorter time? I was just looking at that bull you've got there. I don't think I've ever seen such a beautiful animal.
Aye, our bull. Olbram's, that is the finest animal far and wide. Olbram's really protective of it.
What do you mean?
For example, we have to watch it all night. Do you know how many times I've stepped in shit in the dark because of this?
That's a beautiful bull you've got there.
Aye. Olbram's really fond of it. They tried to steal it from him.
I reckon he guards him.
I'll say. He has a farmhand walk around.
Silly doggy.
That's a nice bull.
Aye, our Arnostek.
What happened?
Ah, Olbram want...
You fell asleep? How so?
Well, it was really hot that day, and since I was watching Arnostek all day in the pen, I got really thirsty. So I went to the tavern that night, just for 2 beers.
And you got drunk as a fiddler?
When Olbram found out in the morning, he took a stick to my back. Even though nothing happened. Arnostek was in the byre all night, asleep. Good night.
Greetings to you.
That's a beautiful bull you've got there. You don't see an animal like that every day.
Aye. And nothing is the finest animal far and wide. He wasn't cheap either.
What's an animal like that worth, anyway?
A big, strong bull like him, and pure white too. At least a dozen cows. No, make that 2 dozen. That's why I keep a close eye on him. I have the barn guarded all night. Say, you're a bit too interested in a Gnostic. What's this about?
I'm just curious. Can you blame me? Everybody in the county's talking about that bull. I must admit, it really is the best-looking animal near and far.
I'd say. A Gnostic is one of a kind.
Good to see you.
Greetings, Master Guard. All right. What am I gonna do with you? Aye. This'll be good. I have a bit of coin.
What game?
Courtiers from.
Let's play.
Why did I even agree to this? I'm going to lose my money again. It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. Enough. That's it for me. I just can't believe it.
Here.
What game would you...
I actually don't want to play it.
Matt, I didn't see you there. Just as well. been awful lately. If I hear about the woman with 10 silver coins one more time, I'll scream. Maybe we could sneak some wine in.
Good deed.
It's done. Olbram's bull isn't as white as it used to be.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, mate. Olbram must be having a fit. I can almost see it.
To hell with the fucking pricks. The lousy cities are...
All right, then. Here's the reward I promised you. Every last groschen.
Thanks.
And since you already got caught up in our little dispute, maybe you can help me with something else.
So, what can I help the Takovites with this time?
We're planning to meet with the Geliovites in the pasture that they keep arguing with us about. We'll sort it all out with them there. Nicely. Man to man. Wouldn't you like to join us?
Why not? After painting that bull, it would actually be quite a pleasant change to talk things over face to face.
Aye. Talk. We'll get into a huge argument and then start punching each other in the gob. So then, should I send for Olbram so we can get going?
Wouldn't you rather call an end to this endless feud with the Geliovites? That way, you'd each have half of the pasture, and everyone's happy, no?
Chance would be a fine thing. Olbram will never give up. He says the whole pasture is his.
The borders by the orchard, that's where I got my ass kicked.
Who knows what the old fool got his ass kicked for back then.
You should talk to the bailiff and get him to support you.
Thrush! He already said ages ago he doesn't want to get involved. He even threatened us with the stocks if we keep bothering him.
Well, as you wish. You know what? I'll go have a talk with Thrush. Would you wait for me for a bit?
All right, but don't get your hopes up. And don't you go ganging up with them Gelioff bastards against us. Friend?
You're my doggy, eh? quick! Whoa, whoa!
Christ, what now?
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
I've seen those. You talk like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men, and that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you. What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
I've seen those. You talk like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men, and that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you. I came because of the arguments between Takov and Zhelyov.
What happened this time? Did Olbram piss in Project's ale barrels again like last year?
No, but they're getting ready to meet up and beat each other up.
Let them do it then! Maybe a few knocks to the skull will do them good, and they'll leave me alone.
How did the arguments between the Takovites and Zhelyevites start, anyway?
What do I know? I was a young lad back then, but it's all because of that bloody pasture. Both villages claim that it belongs to them, but nobody has any evidence. So they split it in half, but neither side is particularly happy about it.
Shouldn't you find out who the damn pasture belongs to, then, Bailiff?
Why should I? Let them eat each other, for all I care. In the worst case, I'll put them all in the stocks. That should sort them out.
I'm sure you have enough worries, as is. And the Takovites and Zhelyevites are just wasting your time. Wouldn't it be worth it to sort it out?
That it would. Bandits are running wild. My daughter is leaving the house. I don't have time for those morons right now. How the fuck am I supposed to find out who the pasture belongs to? I looked in the Chronicle. Things like that tend to be there. But Bailiff Brada, who was here before me, must have been a lunatic. You'd have to be mad to make any sense of that book.
Then let me have a look. I may not be mad, but maybe I'll find something you overlooked. You won't have to worry about anything.
You want to touch such a rare book with those filthy peasant hands? Have you lost your mind?
Filthy peasant hands? Do you know how many books I've read? And I never fold corners. If there's anything actually useful in the Chronicle, I'll find it.
Fine, have it your way. Maybe you'll manage to make some sense of Brada's bullshit. But if I find out you've even opened that book too harshly, you'll have me to answer to.
What's new in the county?
I was just visiting, he said.
I've seen...
That we found... I've been... And that
sounds interesting.
Stop that whistling! You're behaving like a child.
God! God!
Ow! My leg is going!
Christ, pardon me.
What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
This Latin phrase looks important. Otherwise it wouldn't be written in red, would it?
Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all. No, it was Jan.
Please, what do you...
Hola.
That stinks. You'll have to... Let's agree on a price.
That's a decent price.
Should I have distilled it? I was supposed to distill it, wasn't I?
You silly donkey.
back. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Greetings, good man.
Go! Whoa!
Could you spare a few groschen for charity's sake? I'll be straight with you. It's to spend down the tavern.
Tell me a little about yourself. If I find you to be an upright fellow, I might be willing to indulge you.
I was once a cloth merchant. You'd have been hard put to find a tailor around here who didn't buy my wares. The finest quality at the fairest prices.
So what happened?
Bad times, lad. And bad people. They robbed my cart more than once, and in the end they just drove off with it. Twice they held a dagger to my throat until I emptied my purse. So I ended up on my own, with no livelihood and no money.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But it's not that bad. Every now and then I meet someone who gives me a groschen, and then I'm good for the evening.
Your frankness is refreshing. Maybe I can dig out a few coins here.
Thank you for your generosity. May the Lord reward you. I will drink to your health. And raise an ale to your horse, your dog, and your wife. I'm coming for you, ale wenches. I'm sorry. What?
Quick! Go! God! Quick!
Just a bit further.
God! God! Quick! God! God!
Ah, here's the damn nail. Right in the middle of the pasture. Olbram and Procek won't be happy. think I'll leave the nail where it is. I've already gotten more involved than I should have.
Careful.
I finally found the damn border between the Takov and Zhelyov parts of the pasture.
How the hell did you manage that?
I found it in that chronicle of yours. It wasn't easy, but we can finally put an end to all that endless fighting.
Oh, about fucking time. So then, are you sure you found the right place?
Definitely. Bailiff Brada took iron nails and used them to mark the border so that people wouldn't forget where it is. One of them is in the oak tree on the pasture.
That's nice of him and all, but he could have fucking told somebody about it. Who can make sense of those writings of his? At least old Bram and Project will leave us alone now. Go to them, and when you all meet in the pasture, I'll ride over and settle this nonsense once and for all. And if those two start arguing again, I'll be hammering nails into their arses instead of trees.
Feeling better?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three wise men.
3 cripples, more like.
Good day to you.
Yeah, greetings.
Good man. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Lord be with. What game would you like?
I actually don't want to... Everything all right?
I'm sorry. What will it be? do you want, ye? But make it...
I sorted everything out. Let's go and meet the Zheliovites and have a discussion.
Finally! Come on, let's call the lads over and send for Olbram. Well, Zheliovites, did you miss us?
Of course they did. I reckon they hardly slept a wink.
Can you blame them? I'd rather come and get a beating than hang around in Zheleov too.
You see? They're provoking us again. There's no use trying to negotiate with them.
There's nothing to negotiate, old man. The pasture is ours, and that's final.
Bullshit! You know right well that I got smacked around as a child in that orchard, right over there.
You know what? Now you'll get smacked around here too.
Enough! Does anybody here have anything better to do?
Trust? What are you doing here?
This shouldn't concern you, bailiff. We'll just beat those bastards' arses and go home.
Don't you think there's been enough fighting and nonsense?
I won't tolerate this nonsense in my territory.
Tell that to the Zheliovites. Maybe they'll finally get it into their thick heads that this pasture is ours.
In your dreams, you Takovite swine!
Kurva! Be quiet already!
You're both wrong. The pasture is split in half. From here to that oak over there is Zheliov property, and from the oak on it belongs to Tachov.
We're supposed to share with them? Pah!
How do you know? You're not even from around here.
But unlike you, yokels, he can read. It's all there, black on white, in the Troskovitz Chronicle. So you'll obey it and finally give it a rest.
They've done so much to hurt us. They should have to make it up to us. Make them pay.
None of that. They're the ones always provoking us. You know what? Let's give them a nice final bashing.
Knock it off already. Haven't you had enough of all this senseless arguing over the years? All those worthless problems and wasted time? Can't you just shake hands and make up?
That's right. From this point forward, this dispute is over. And if I hear about anyone causing trouble again, I'll have you all clapped in the pillory. Together. Now pack up and go home.
Well, Grandpa, are you satisfied?
Kurva.
Good day to you, friend.
Good day. Are you?
No.
Well, at least... fair. But I'd still rather...
Now, I hope the Takovites and Zheliovites won't be at each other's throats for a while.
I can hardly believe it. I'm sure Lord von Berghoff will be delighted with how I handled it.
How you handled it?
Aye? With a little help from you. True enough. It's nice that someone deals with problems instead of making more for a change.
Thank you is nice and all, but it's customary to add a few groschen, too.
Groschen? Easy for you to say, but where to get them? The harvest was poor last year, the winter was harsh, and the rat house needs fixing. Since you did so well with the Chronicle, I have another book of knowledge for you. I didn't get much out of it myself, but maybe you'll find something revealing in it. That's a damn fine reward, don't you think?
My word. Thank you. Whoa!
Just a little longer.